Hi, I'm Dr. Bertice Berry, and I need to tell you a story. I've recorded it several times, but I had to keep starting over. My godmother, we called her Nan, and she was a gift to my life. She taught me how to deal with my own anger and frustration, and I'd see her, times when people out in public, if we were at a store or something, and somebody would snatch something from her or accuse her of stealing, she would just, whatever, and just walk away, whatever was her word, whatever. And I'd say, Nana, how can you do that? She's like, they're not going to steal my joy. And she was just joyful and happy. And she'd just walk away. But then she would deal with it in other ways. She would start these quiet boycotts and keep anybody from going into that store. And it was amazing. But she would cook. She was a most amazing cook. These huge meals on Sunday. And we would leave out to finish the meal so that when everybody got done with church, they would come over to the house and she'd have a spread of more food than you could imagine. And people would eat all this food and then they'd wrap up food and take it home. But one day, the folks who were there eating and leaving early to go back to church while we would stay to clean all the dishes and clean all the kitchen and do everything, somebody started a chorus of "You look tired," and they said to her, "You look tired, Nana. You look so tired. Oh my gosh, you look so tired. Let's have prayer for Nana." And she said, "You better not lay a hand on me." I was like, "Whoa!" And she's like, it's like you're cursing me. You all see me come over here. I cook all these meals. You sit down, and I mean, when I say meals, everything was fresh, breads, desserts, everything was homemade. She'd say, you come over here, you eat all this food all the time. You don't volunteer to help me clean the church. You don't volunteer to help me clean here. The only one in all these years who's ever done it is Bertice. She called me by my middle name. Bertice is the only one that stays, which is my first name, but I'm not saying my middle name because you don't need to hear me say it. Anyway, because I notice when I say a nickname or a name that somebody else calls me, y'all think you can call me that. And that was the other thing that Nana taught me, don't get familiar. Anyway, so they were like, "You look so tired. You look so tired." She was like, how dare you? Did you do anything? Are you staying to help? Are you doing anything to cut into that tired? No, you don't eat the cook's food and tell them they look tired. I could not understand her anger. I think maybe I've seen her angry twice, and one was because somebody did something to pop up, and then the other time was that, when she really got angry. And I didn't understand her anger because she was such a reserved woman. Well, let me tell you something. I understand it now. Lately, I'm hearing from the very folks who are eating my food and heaping coals of work on my head, telling me how tired I look. And it's usually because I just woke up from sleeping in a little bit longer than I normally do. And you know how you look when you sleep longer than you normally do? You look like, oh, the poor baby just got up. And this whole, you got to take care of yourself. You look tired. Da, 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 da. And the other thing is, if you feel that way, take me aside and say it. Don't be familiar. Don't do it out in front of everybody else, declaring that someone is looking tired. Because those are cold code words for haggard and weary and all of those things that I will never be. I will never be tired of participating in God's joy. I will never be tired for being a conduit to anybody's wellness. I will never be tired from doing good. I may get a little bit slow for a minute here and there, and I have a flare up from here and there, but let me tell you something. Even that is a sign that I'm alive. The angels are jealous of what I feel. Sometimes we look at somebody else and project the tired that we have onto them. I'm like, Nana, don't try to curse me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it, and the world can't take it away. Or as my mother would say, stop poor mouthing me. Because as long as I know love, I'll never be poor. I love you.